Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to episode number 299 of the Road to Glory here on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. Now, normally it would be my rewards episode today, but I got to doing some other stuff, and basically rewards are going to be tomorrow. I figured it would be a nice video for episode 300 to get 2 more reds and stuff, so that's what we'll do tomorrow. Today's episode is going to start pretty quick though, because yes, we adjusted our team and it now looks like this. With Kimpembe after all of that effort to go ahead and getting him unlocked. I packed this Koulibaly at the end of the last episode, and I'm already going to replace Kimpembe, and I've not even used him yet. Basically, I want Eder Militao, and a few people have suggested that he's like, alongside Van Dijk, one of the best centre-backs on this game. So I had the coins after selling De Ligt and stuff, and I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and buy him then, aren't I? So that then changes my team up to this. So I figured it out eventually that a 4-2-4 would get Goretzka onto full chem, and I had a couple of people tweeting me about a 4-4-2 option where of course we could get Goretzka up to full chem, but you guys didn't know about my slight adjustments to the team, and so a 4-2-4 would be necessary to get like Lala and Aouar and stuff on full chemistry. So the last key to the puzzle, the last piece of the puzzle, is this Alex Telles, who is very good. I struggle against him whenever I play against him. And I've heard lots of good things about him as well. So it was time to gut the club again to try and make up the coins. Now we have listed Da Costa, so if he was to sell, then we would have enough money for Telles, obviously. But it is a sad day to actually sell Da Costa, or try and sell him anyway. He didn't go for the first couple of times I listed him. And as you can see, we got up to about 160,000 coins, and there was actually one on the market for 169, so I needed 10,000 more. So I went and frantically discarded some managers that I will never use, some silver players, listed more up, and basically just got rid of as much stuff in the club that I don't use that I could just discard to make a quick 10,000 coins so that we could go ahead and buy ourselves this Alex Telles before hopefully he sold. So as you can see, I put the details in here, and he is 169,000 coins if all well, and there you go, he is still there. So we managed to pick him up in the left back position with 85 coins remaining, but of course a Danny Da Costa still to sell. So that basically completes the newest squad. Now what this does do is bring Van Dijk down in chemistry. He's on 8. Even with 3 red links there, with the manager and the goalkeeper linking to him, he is still on 8 chemistry, which I think is brilliant. And we don't even try to boost Van Dijk's defensive and physical. We use engine, so the tiniest little bit less pace, tiniest little bit less on the dribbling and passing. I don't think I'm ever going to notice that. And of course I've got a very fast centre back next to him in Eder Militao, and then of course we've got Alex Telles as the left back. So we're finally back to having a left-footed left back, which I think is beneficial. But yeah, Danny Da Costa will be missed, and for now he hasn't sold, but I know that at some point coming up he will sell, so he'll probably just sit on the bench until I list him again at a price where he'll eventually go. But Militao and also Telles are going to receive Sentinel chemistry style. So I've used worse versions of these guys before. I untradably packed the Future Stars Eder Militao, who was great for us for a while, but I never really liked the Road to the Final Telles when he was about. So I've used it a little bit like that before, but of course now we've got them in their final form, the best versions of them all year, and the 4-2-4 obviously changes, and with this change to our team, I'm also going to make the adjustment of moving Pepe to the wide cam and putting Eusebio up top, like a lot of you have suggested in the past. So that will definitely give us a great aerial outlet on the right hand side, and then having the defense that we've got, I'm loving it. I think this team is now really taking shape into something magical, with the only player being off chemistry is Van Dijk by 2 chem points, and he's on 8. So genuinely, I'm very happy. I don't know how and where and why or how or when, what, just how this team could get any better, because we're going to have about 200,000 coins to work with. Maybe we'll get something quite nice tomorrow. I guess I mean, I could always replace Aouar if we were lucky enough to pack like a Tots Mbappe in red, maybe. I mean, that's never going to happen, is it? But that would be like the only real thing that would adapt this team and change this team going forwards. Because other than that, I love it. Unless, of course, we can somehow get like the middle Van der Sar, because that would obviously help us because he's better than Alisson, right? I don't know if that would ever happen, though. I doubt it, and I wouldn't really want to be spending the coins on him. So I decide then to go in and play some division rivals, and I'm not playing for the objective. So I'm that guy that I was talking about in a video previously where I was like, who the hell is playing this game just to play this game in July? Well, that was me right now, because I wanted to go and test out my centre-backs. Now, for the first half, I would have the team as you just saw it in the tactics, and in the second half actually going to bring off Virgil van Dijk to bring on Kimpembe so that I can play Kimpembe alongside Eder Militao, just to see like if I notice any differences between the two, if I prefer one over the other, because if I do end up preferring Kimpembe, then, well, I can always sell Eder Militao. Not that I think I will, because from what I've heard, Militao is an absolute beast and is a truly end-game centre-back. Lots of people absolutely love him. And that 94 pace and the agility and stuff that he's got is kind of next level for a centre-back. So where I can, I'll try and leave in the odd little tackle or something that I've made with either Telles or Militao. They're the new players, obviously. And things are looking good in the first half. I'm actually 2-0 up. So Van Dijk comes off for Kimpembe, and we'll bring on Lozano over Bale for Aouar. And we'll stick Lozano up top, bring Eusebio back to central cam, and then switch those centre backs because Kimpembe is left-footed. So that's what I had plans to do, just to really get a feel and a test for this game. Now this guy wasn't using any Ligue 1 players, so he wasn't going for the objective. So in my mind, I was just like, you know what, we'll just have a normal game. If he, you know, we'll play it as if it's rivals. He's obviously not going for the objective, so there's no need to like let him win or you know, just not be that guy who just sweats it out and doesn't let someone have the victory if they're using the French player or whatever, because at this stage in the game I don't really care and I've got the objective done, so I don't really want to be that person. But we score an absolute belter of a goal with Pepe. It was a really nice finish. Like, the ball just whipped into him and he hits it green on the volley, but the way he gets like he just like loops it, it's beautiful. Really, really nice goal. And I think Firmino gets past both my centre-backs here. I move the goalkeeper the wrong way, and he just slots it in past Alisson there, who is basically like having no goalkeeper most of the time. But we get a nice win in rivals, and that actually felt like the team felt really good. So I was happy with how that played. I didn't really notice much. I didn't notice much wrong with the defenders. I didn't really notice anyone really super standing out. So that's one thing I will say. So into the next game we need to go. We're going to get rank 2 this week. There's no doubt about that. I'm pretty sure anyway. And we come up against a guy who's using like 3 Ligue 1 players. So what I want to do is give him a good game, and then depending on what the scoreline is towards the end of the match, just make sure that if he scored with his Ligue 1 players, then we'll let him have the win. Because literally I'm not playing it for any other reason than just to test out my players. But he gets through and scores with his Ligue 1 player early doors. So I was like, okay, well, he's got his objective done. All we need to do now is just play this game as we would, and then towards the end of the match, just make sure he gets the victory. Like, just to kind of be a nice guy. I mean, not many people are like that, but we have had 1 or 2 heroes that don't wear capes. That have gifted stuff to us like this in the past. So yeah, basically that. We get the equaliser with Eusebio, and then I flick it and volley it with Pepe, and that's cannons off the bar, absolutely smashes off the bar. So I was trying to enjoy myself, which is odd when you think about playing FIFA in July. It's going to be weird. In a few days, I'm just going to say playing FIFA in August, and then it's going to be an even bigger meme, isn't it? I don't know. But Alejandro Gomez, I nearly said Mario Gomez, but I think he's a little bit shorter than him. Alejandro Gomez goes down the other end and puts my opponent 2-1 up. But pretty much instantly, he sives in on Pepe and gives me a penalty. Now, I've got to say, I'm loving this. I'm loving Pepe out wide and Eusebio up top. I think that was a very good decision, a smart one from you guys, basically offering out that suggestion. So thank you for that. Yeah, I guess it's kind of more there. Like, Pepe is very, very good out wide, knowing that he's got the aerial ability and stuff. But I just always wanted to use him as my striker. I never knew if Eusebio would really be a good striker on this game. So that's kind of why I did it. But we've moved over, and I think actually that you lot were right. We get through with Lozano right here. Good save from the goalie, but it's FIFA, so it came straight back to me. And I was able to stick the ball in the back of the net to get the equaliser. And then with 5 minutes to go, I was just like, here we go. I don't want to risk it and get a draw, because he doesn't want a draw. He needs a win. I don't really care. I'm pretty much guaranteed the rank 2, so I don't need the extra rank points or anything. Let's just let him have his victory in case that was useful for him to go ahead and unlock Kimpembe. So yeah, a 4-3 loss. How unfortunate, but really a 3-3 draw. So, I guess the only thing is we do lose a little bit of skill rating, but, I mean, at this stage of the game, everyone's team's nuts, so I'm finding it just as difficult here as I was with 200 more skill points, I think, so it might even be a good thing for me to lose a little bit of skill rating. Next game, we come up against another crazy team. I do see a blue Pepe in that squad, so there is, of course, the chance, and he's not on full chem either, so there's the chance that he's added that into his team to go ahead and complete the objective. But I wasn't going to necessarily just give this guy the win, because he did that. He sort of like a bit of a sweaty goal to start things off. So that almost got the blood boiling a little bit. And I was like, well, we're going to play this game like we're just going to fully sweat it out. We'll go for it then, shall we? And I love this pitch, by the way. It's like a carpet. It looks awesome. However, I always just play with the FEWC stadium because that's what you get in the weekend league. But yeah, coming to it, seeing this stadium with this pitch and stuff, I really like it. It's super easy for me to like see stuff. It's that pitch is super blank, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so after I'd scored a kickoff goal to get my goal back, he ran down the other end and scored a kickoff goal, and there'd been 3 goals in 7 minutes in this one, and then this happened. Eder Militao scored an own goal, and I tried to clear that. I don't know quite what happened, but the ball just went in the back of the net. I guess sometimes that sort of thing happens in FIFA, but I was a little bit like, no, my big new sign-in, my 500k sign-in, has just scored an own goal for me in his like 2nd game or 3rd game on the account. So that was a bit unfortunate. Anyway, we get a goal back, and then it falls to Aouar. We get the equaliser just before half-time. Like, it was quite a lucky goal to get that one. I was just trying all sorts, and it sort of fell to me. So we were 3-3 at half-time, and this game was pretty interesting. And like I said, I was really enjoying playing on this pitch. It just seemed like a nice environment to play in. And eventually we ended up getting a smasher there from Ronaldinho to put me 4-3 up. And my opponent hadn't yet scored with his French League player. So I didn't know whether he was going for the challenge or just hadn't made it happen. So at this point, I was just ready to take the win, especially after a little bit of a sweaty goal he scored against me. But then Pepe scored for him in the 84th minute. And my kind nature, the kind side of me came out, and I was like, you know what? Let's just score our own goals and make sure he gets the win in case he needs it for a Kimpembe. But what I hadn't remembered is that I'd actually scored an own goal in the first half. So what I'm doing now is not good, because you can only score 3 own goals and it kicks you from the game. And I got instantly booted from this match for scoring too many own goals, because I'd just forgotten that I'd scored an own goal in the first half. And I thought that the 2 that I was going to give him there would have given the victory and would have been all good. So what we miss out on there, I guess, is like match coins and actual foot champs rank points. It just doesn't matter though, does it really? We had a good game, and actually we were 5-4 up, so I can, in my head, I can sort of take that as a win. And then this happened. I don't know what the hell went on here, but after I just came out of my transfer list, it gave me a welcome to foot pack. Now, I've seen this a few times on Twitter. People have told me that they've got this, and a few of my friends have got this before, and I was like, I don't understand what's going on. But 3 of the cover stars, Dybala, Neymar, and De Bruyne, are the 3 players you get in one of these picks, and they've all got special cards right now. And obviously, I chose the 96 Neymar for a 10-game loan. Not that I'll ever really use him, I don't think, but he's there. I just sort of, this just came onto my account. I didn't really understand why or what for. We get UCL players here. They're not loans. They're like actual versions. I don't quite get it. It's only Felipe, and there's actually 5 blue cards in this pack. If they ever brought out UCL content again, you know, then we'd probably have enough players to complete it. But other than that, they're fairly useless, I guess. Then we get the UCL kits, which is nice because you know, I've only got 1 out of the 4 of them that I would have wanted. And then the final pack here gives me like a loan inform player. So we get 88 rated Quagliarella for 14 games. I'm literally never going to use that. I put the TOTS version into an SBC. This card is of no use to me, especially because it's a loan. I can't use it in an SBC. But then there's 3 player picks in there. One is a lone prime icon, so I open that up, and some of the best prime icons on the game show up. So I choose a 96 rated R9 for 7 games, which might be the reason why my opponent had one in a previous episode a couple of days ago, or yesterday even. And then we get a player pick for a proper player, and there's an orange one there, so I thought, oh, I'll just take that. He's the highest rated as well. And then an 85 plus UCL loan, so I chose Lukaku because he was the highest rated. I'm never going to use him. I'm never going to use Quagliarella. I don't think I'll ever use Neymar or R9. But it's so weird that happened. I just didn't quite understand why I got that. I guess it was some sort of bug. A lot of people have had this though. I've seen this a lot on social media. So bit of a weird one. But yeah, we'll take it, I guess. So I would say after 3 games, I'm pretty confident. I'm really comfortable actually with the new team. I like Militao. I really like Telles. So they're both doing work for me. So I think what we've done is the right thing. Didn't notice a single bit of difference with Van Dijk on 8 chemistry. He still absolutely bosses the defense and is still the best centre back on this game in my opinion. 100%, even on 8 chemistry. Like, he's just a complete and utter beast, and we all know it. But yeah, so that is going to wrap up today's episode, guys. This is episode number 299. What I propose to do is my rewards for episode 300 tomorrow, and then I'll have the 100 episodes worth of catch up hopefully by Sunday. I'll try my very best to do that, unless you guys would prefer me to like leave it until like there's probably 20 episodes left of the Road to Glory, 25, I don't know, like maybe 30, I don't know. There's events coming up and stuff, so I don't know how much more FIFA 19 people are actually going to be playing. So yeah, I could always leave it for sort of 20, 30 episodes and then just do one big RTG roundup for the end of FIFA. I don't know, but guys, hit that thumbs up button. That would be very awesome, and I'd really appreciate that. Let's go for 1,000 likes on this one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Insta. Those links are down below. Most importantly, have a lovely day, everyone. I'll catch you next time. Peace.